This is a Frigid 12-inch oscillating fan. They call it a double oscillation fan, which basically means that it has the same function as the Panasonic 5-way oscillation. It's just the terminology is different, but the function is the same. It just allows you to move the fan head into different fixed points to customize your oscillations. I'm not really sure when this fan was made. This fan is pretty mysterious. I don't know that much about the Frigid company other than they had fans in the 50s and 60s that I think were manufactured by Frigid. And I believe it was just a fan company. I don't think that they made anything else, but I don't really know. And then in the 70s, like a lot of other US born companies, like your McGraw Edisons and what have you, you started seeing the brand name pop up on a lot of Japanese table fans. This would be another example of that. This is another Frigid from the early 70s, and I believe this one was made by Mitsubishi. This one is from the later 70s, possibly the very early 80s. I think between 78 and 81 or 82, maybe. Somewhere in there. I wouldn't put it any earlier or any later than that. And I think the thing that kind of gives it away is this badge. It's very reminiscent of like the mid to late 70s Blasco Galaxy badges. There was kind of a narrow window there where they made badges like this. Just my opinion and some anecdotal stuff that I remember. Haven't really been able to find any good information about it though. I think it was probably sort of a premium fan for its time, and I say that because it has a grounded cord, a grounded plug, and a 10-foot cord. I measured it, it's 10 feet. Which is pretty uncommon for fans from this era. And then having that double oscillation feature. So you've got a grounded 10-foot cord, double oscillation, and Sanyo being one of the better fans of the time. I think that these were probably pretty pricey, but I don't know. Try to get this thing plugged in here. There we go. I'm bumping the light cord too while I'm at it. This is also has a Sanyo motor housing, and the sticker is very similar to Sanyo stickers. Basically, in the color scheme, it has the foil and the blue color scheme. This is a model OSH-123-82, made in Japan. Wiring diagram. The bottom is a metal base. What's kind of weird about it is it has the double oscillation feature, but it looks a little bit different than the Panasonic versions of it. Seems like they made themselves some kind of a copy. Well, here's high speed. There's an association with the Gold Star company Also seen some fans that were branded Frigid slash Gold Star. And oddly enough, I saw a Gold Star fan recently on eBay that also had that double oscillation feature. And it said double oscillation on the sticker. So that was pretty interesting. And that was, I think, a Korean fan. Looked a lot like the Northern Air, possibly a Northern Air rebadge. So it's kind of an odd puzzle there with the different companies and corporate structures and which companies own which companies and the different crossovers and which companies were buying components from other companies, and it's it's a puzzle that I have not solved. This is a really smooth running fan though. It's fairly quiet. It's pretty powerful. With low speed. Turn on the oscillation. Just the double oscillation so it turns all the way to our right, fans left. Now we'll go all the way in the other direction. I've shown this before, but some people still get confused by the double oscillation and 5-way oscillation, but that's pretty much what it means. If you had this fan mounted on a wall or bolted to a desk or something like that, and you couldn't move the base of the fan, you could use that double oscillation mechanism to still adjust the fan head to turn it at least a little more in the direction that you want it to go. I don't know how practical it really is, but there are definitely situations where it would come in handy. It should be back to center now. We're back on the medium speed now. I think this is definitely one of the nicer table fans of the era. Definitely one of the most unique fans. I found this one at Goodwill a couple of years ago, and it's probably, I, if not the best fan I found at Goodwill so far, or any thrift store. It's definitely up there. I think I paid like less than $5 for it. So that's pretty good. I think these are pretty hard to find. They're still out there, but they're pretty uncommon. And couldn't really find a lot of information about it other than just observations and some anecdotal stuff floating around out there on the interwebs. I'd love to find this in a catalog somewhere just to find out where it was sold and see the retail price on it. I would guess that this is probably around $50 or so, but I really have no idea. Really have no idea. I don't know. I think Frigid was considered one of the better fan companies, and then they deteriorated along with the others. I think by the 80s, I don't know if Gold Star bought the Frigid company or how that worked. I don't know the whole story, but I know there were some Frigid Gold Star fans that were made in Korea. Basically, they looked a lot like the Northern Air fans, and then eventually I think they ended up as Kuo Horn rebadge fans of some kind. And then they just dropped off the face of the earth. But they had a pretty good run, made some pretty cool fans, this being one of them. I'll have another one of these to show soon enough. Thanks for watching.